What's up? Going down. It's populating, man. It's calculating everybody. It's your boys, Thailand TV. You know what I'm saying? Your man, Tyler. You know what I mean? 800 to Stiz Hours. God in man form. The prophet de jour, baby. What's up, man? Monday. Happy Monday to everybody, man. You know how it is, man. The work week. I know how you feel. Hopefully, this could be like a little thing for you at the end of your Monday. You know what I'm saying? Pop you off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some crazy shit. Listen to Tyler talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Say some shit you might want to say. You thought you might have wanted to say you thought before. You know what I mean? You never know, right? Tune in for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, what's going on, everybody, man? Thank you guys, man. Anybody for checking in on my show today. I want to change it up a little bit, man. Switch it up, man. Get a little theme going. So Monday's theme is gonna be sports. We're cracking it off. I'm gonna start putting in that extra little day that I had, like on a Thursday or Friday. I don't know about Friday because I know y'all like to get in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like they be in the streets. So maybe I'll come in like on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Right before the weekend, and I'll give you like some relationship or motivational stuff on Thursdays, right? But Monday we're gonna top it off for sports. We're gonna talk a little sports. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about what's going on in the sports world, man, because everything lively right now. I've told people this before, man. This is like the most perfect time. October, really, but November first week, end of October, first of November is like dope because everything cracking off. Everything cracking off. Baseball, football, basketball, everything in full swing right now. You know what I'm saying? So like for a man, this is the time we breathing right now, ladies. If you don't understand why we flying and riding high right now, because every man's sport is on TV right now. You know what I'm saying? We connect. We like our men vibe is like connecting in on antennas right now. No matter what your sport is. Oh man, yeah. Oh, I seen that. Yeah. The Twins, man. Yeah, they popping off. Not this year, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You can relate to your team still, and then people that relate to the other team. This is what we do, ladies. You know what I'm saying? This is our time right now. You know what I mean? So, in particular, I think one of the reasons that gave me a catalyst to want to do a theme is because I want to talk a lot about sports right now, especially with college basketball cracking off. Um, the NBA, what about 2 weeks ago, started up. College basketball in full swing, man. Array of games today, man. It was plentiful games today, man, all day long, right? And I love me some college basketball. I love it. I used to say probably about 7, 8 years ago before NIL, I used to say college basketball is like the most purest form, the last purest form of young people playing sports because they're playing for the passion of the game. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing for any money, but now there's money involved. You know what I'm saying? Now with the NIL deals and all that kind of stuff. We touched on that before on different topics, and my whole opinion on it is plain and simple. You open the Pandora's box. Like you can run me on whatever side of the fence you want to do to start an argument, but the whole point of my view is that you've opened a Pandora's box, and that's why motherfuckers is shuffling around trying to figure out how to top it off, how to control it, how to limitations, laws. Like it just opens it up. You know what I'm saying? And it's changed the game of college basketball, which makes me have to be more in tune to what's going on in the high school level because now that's the purest form, last purest form of our kids. But the NIL's creeping through there too. Um, it hasn't come through all the way yet. You know what I'm saying? And people aren't fully aware of how to access all that and get involved in all that. But social media is gonna come quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see people who already be getting marketing deals and stuff at young ages and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, that purity, man, you lose all that. Um, let's see here. So yeah, we just gonna be like we're gonna keep it the same way where, I think my daily affirmations. I tell you what's going on in the world that I've seen, some things I want to laugh at, crack jokes about, talk about, bring to your attention, and then we'll go into my topic of the day. But first off, let's go ahead. I gotta, me. I'm a see the thing about me that makes me different, makes me bump heads with people is because I'm a real dude, right? Real dudes bump heads with other people because people don't ain't never really experienced it because they ain't one themselves. That's why people repel, and I repel off of non-real dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I give my flowers where they do. I give people their flowers, man. I don't bag nothing, man. If it's your time to shine, man, I'll put you on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you put on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an outlet, man. I plugs. You know what I'm saying, right? And I got to give a shout out to giving roses to um, um, your boy, um, Julius, Julius Randle. I got to give, me, man. I went hard on him last year, but I think he's really coming to a new form of his position. I think that um, realizing that he was playing with a superstar in Ant, but at the same time knowing that he can be, humbled him enough to say, "Hey, now I'm going to take my game to another level." And what I think he had a triple double tonight. He had a triple double tonight, and he's had some big scoring since Ant's been out, which means he, like I said before, like I said last year, recognizing that okay, now that the leader has stepped off, I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how vice president position is. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you step, hey, I'll step in for you, and and not being too prideful to understand that role and come into it, because at the same time, it gives you it almost, for me, I felt like him doing that last year really took the weight off of him. I said this before, man. I think it took the weight off of him because when you like, yo, okay, everything's on me. You know what I'm saying? Like you can fake it and you can punch through and you know what I'm saying? Like you can stand up and be tough about it, but it weighs on you. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be able to like, okay, now I can take a step back and everything's on him. You know what I'm saying? If we lose a game, media is gonna be all on him. You know what I'm saying? So now I can come in and do what I do and be a supportive to that person so that way they can get their shine on. So when it's time to talk to the media, you know what I mean? We sitting there side by side, like, yeah, we was riding. You know what I'm saying? So Julius Randle, man, big ups to you, man. Big ups to you. I'm loving the way you've been playing. We 3-3 though, so you gotta do something about that shit. I'm a realist, man. Say hey, 3-3, man. You gotta do something about that, man. That's just how I am. That's how I play. 3-3 ain't cool. That's in the beginning of the season. Um, yeah, man. So, that's it. And I take learning seriously, right? That's why I think when it comes to sports, I'm so passionate because I take learning so seriously, right? So I try to put that same passion into people about what they're learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, just rejection. Like anyone, if you, and I tell people this, you know what I'm saying, especially in coaching and in sports, if you reject something that somebody says, that's a bad sign. If you do that right off the bat, like somebody's like, well, no, I don't think that. Anybody that said, no, I don't think, right, when you finish your sentence, they ain't even listen to what the fuck you said. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to understand how it is to have ideals, and especially on the court, because you have a whole bunch of different eyes, right? You have the players' eyes who are on the court playing the game. They're seeing what's going on. You got referees' eyes. They're seeing it from the way that they're taught to look at it. You got coaches' eyes who see it from, they think they know everything. You know what I'm saying? Then you got parents' eyes. They think they know everything. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, even announcers' eyes, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you be hearing announcers speaking games, you're like, what the hell are you talking about, right? So if you think about all that, right? And a picture's worth 1,000 words. Things that we've learned, phrases. I tell you, you go through phrases in life where you go through moments where the phrase actually hit. This is one of them. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. So if you're telling me that if I give you a suggestion on the way I'm looking at it and you reject it, you're basically telling me that you don't even want to see the full picture because I have a perspective of it that you didn't see somewhere, somehow. I saw it a little bit differently. And if you can't take that in and take that criticism in, it's difficult. You know what I'm saying, to deal with because, like I said, I'm a passionate learner. So if you got information for me, I want to learn that information. I want to get that and I want to apply that. But at the same time, I got some information for you. You know what I'm saying? And then if you ain't the type of person to, it's difficult at sports. Because think about it, how many times when you're on the court, right, and you see a play, and then all of a sudden your boy gets backdoored by a guy twice, and the whole game the guy has never shot the ball, right? So you go up to your partner, you're like, hey man, look, play him tight and play him to the left. He's going right all the time. He's not gonna pull up, right? And he's like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I'm just trying to give you some advice, right? So in that perspective, from a player's perspective to another player, right? From coach to a player, from player to the coach, from coach to parents. You know what I'm saying? From parents to kids. It's all that type of interaction of this is what I see out there. Okay, well, this is what I see out there. Okay, can we come to an understanding? All right, well, I think this will work a little bit better. Okay, well, I could try that, but I think this will work well. Okay, well, then go ahead and try that, right? And I've said this, I've given that whole little example dialogue before. That's really how it should go. I mean, in normal conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like it should be your suggestion, then my suggestion, you know what I'm saying? And then us deciding whose suggestion is the best, or we go with both suggestions and then we'll see which one works. One of them works, we ride with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be that simple. But it's all like I said, a problem with people learning. And in sports, it's difficult for us to progress. A guy like Julius Randle is an example of what I'm talking about. The guy decided to say, let me take my game to another level by adding something to me that I've never done before. I've never actually played like I'm okay with it not being my team. Right? His mentality was always, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it. So he came into the T-Wolves and started to adjust his game and added a different aspect to the game. Now became someone who concentrated on his rebounding and his assists. And at the same time, he still got points. I had a conversation with a young dude before, man. Back in the day, man, I had a conversation with a young dude. I tried to give him the advice of what would actually take his game to the next level because he was an elite basketball player, right? And I tried to give him advice on what to do, and it wasn't received. I at a young point, I gave a little bit of advice of what will take your game what would ultimately take your game to the next level. And ever since to today, no one's ever really given him that advice. Everyone that he's worked with, everyone that's been, and I've seen it. I watch. I got my eyes to the streets. The type of nigga I am. Excuse my language, but that's the type of guy I am. Everybody knows me. I'm the type of guy. I keep my eyes and my ears to the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find out the news, and so I feel bad because if you would have just listened to me, or even just reached out to me ever since that situation, you know what I'm saying, and pick my brain, you know what I'm saying, I could at least let them know what they needed to do to get to that next level, or get the looks to that next level, because that's what they really want. That's what the kids want, man. That's what the kids want, man. And that's the thing about it too. Like I trip about this all the time, man. Like we got a lot of hoopers here, man. We got a lot of hoopers here. You know what I'm saying? Like Minnesota's cold, man. Minnesota's nice, bro. Minnesota's nice, bro. Like, especially as far with what we're producing, in college right now. Like, we got guys that are like balling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got mad NBA players, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. My brother did 10 years. Trey on like 8, 9 years. No. Tyus is on 8, 9 years. Trey, I think, is on like 6. So, shoot, G Trent on 5. Ain't he on? I think like 5, 6, 2. Because they been trading together, so they have 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? 7, baby. They got years in this thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got Coffee. Coffee got about 4, 5 on the low. You know what I'm saying? Suggs is on what? 2. 2. I'm asking you. Talk to me. 2, right? Chet 2. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes is banging. Like this is my thing about it. Like I'm trying to tell people, These kids is banging, man. T Beasley over at Utah. These dudes is. I'm watching the games. They banging. I'm like, dang, these things killing. I'm watching videos. I'll be watching people. I'll be watching some of my homies, my friends' videos. But Minnesota, we on point, man. On God, man. I told y'all we was back. But anyway, I'm telling people all the time, man. Like Minnesota cracking off, man. But I'll be watching my friends' videos and shit. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I got the homie's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the homie's daughter, the homie. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Crumb. They show videos of their kids. They bash, bang. I'm like, he's out here kill it. Man, we got some cold people in Minnesota, bro. But that's why I come in with the passion that I do to teach them the game the right way. Because it's like this. We'll get into it a little bit more. Play the game the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get into it a little bit more about what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. And then we got the young dudes coming, man. My young boys, man. Young boys is out here about to get work. You know what I'm saying? This 2026 class is crazy. It's crazy, man. We're going to have guys all over the place. I'm going to have a whole bunch of games to watch, man, next year. It's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel it, too, like watching, for real. I think we got a lot of guys that are going to contribute to teams that they go to. And I'm talking about across the state. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about, see, that's the thing about people, you know what I mean? That's hating on me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about kids, like all the kids, man. Because you know what I mean? I love the kids, man. I love the kids, man. I do this for the kids, man. Oh, dude. Hold the fucking phone. Y'all see this dude? Y'all see this dude, Wimby? Oh, God, man. Y'all see this dude, Wimby, bro? Y'all ain't seen this dude, Wimby, bro. This dude, Wimby, bro. Oh, my God, dude. This dude, Wimby, bro. This dude, they showed one play. The dude was like, Wimby was like, get that shit out of here. Block that shit. Nigga came back. Get that out of here. Blocked it again, right? Now, we didn't see that before. We didn't see that in life before on TV. But then they got the ball through. He called for it like outlet. He called for it, outlet. Came down. Yeah. In stride. In fucking stride. Stepped right into that motherfucking three from about 34. He got to be about 32 back. 30, 32. It wasn't just no like he went up close to the line. No, he yak that thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. I know people could be like, oh, what's so amazing about that, right? He's 7'6", 7'7". He's 7'6", 7'7", man. That's that sequence of events for guard, for forward. Okay, cool. Even some centers, right? Okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's new age centers, but this dude's 7'7", bro. That's elite. You know how when you playing the game, right? Back in I don't know if I ain't been on the games like I used to though. But back in the day, 2K, you know what I'm saying? Like when you had limits, you know what I'm saying, of what you could buy, they had like a lock. Like it was literal a lock. Like you couldn't get LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't make a LeBron. And you damn sure couldn't make no Wimby. You couldn't make no dude that was 7'7", block his shots, strength to block shots, twice, bouncing off jumping jack style. You know what I'm saying? Coming back, bam, calling for the outlet. Only point guards know the language that I'm talking about. Calling for the outlet. Everybody else runs the lanes, bro. Only the PG know, hey, outlet. Call for the outlet, like up here. He called because it was like two dudes. That was all the dudes. Somebody like 6'9", somebody like 6'8", whatever, had their hands up. He said, "Hey man, right here." You can't even see my hand. It's way outlet. Boom, caught that thing with Wimby, man. Wimby. Look him up, bro. Look him up. Wimby. If you don't know about this dude, look him up, bro. If you are a connoisseur of just highlights, you know what I'm saying, especially pro highlights, dude, look Wimby up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys got your teams, you stay dedicated to your teams, but pay homage to this dude, man. Like I tell you, I give my flowers what they do. watch videos on this dude. This dude's insane, man. Would be crazy. Think of it like this. Like think about it like this. I think about it like how amazing that is. Look at the fantasy points. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 blocks, and this is one sequence. You get 2 blocks, you get a 3, you know what I'm saying? And you get a field goal 100% for that shot. So added to, oh my God, 7-7, man. Call for the outlet, bro. The dude is crazy, man. I love it though, man. I love it. I love this basketball thing, man. I love my boy Michigan State. My boys Michigan State getting their thing on. I put a little thing up earlier today about my brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my heart came with Michigan State, man. You know, because you know me. You know me. I was there. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there. You know what I mean? So big shout out to Michigan State. Big shout out to Tom. You know what I'm saying? Always doing his thing. Of course, it was a early season game, but still, win's a win. And I like my boy Carr. He nice. He nice. He nice, boy. Hey, dunk contest. Guarantee you. You remember that name when I tell you, Cohen Carr. Fears. I like Fears, man. He had what do you have? He got 16 points, 10 assists. College. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Them fantasy points. That's what I love. I love that. I love that. And we'll touch a little bit about that, yeah. So one thing I want to talk about before I go into my topic of the night. Something that I noticed a lot of. I noticed a lot of drives. I was talking about this a little bit too. I was talking about rejecting the screen, right? I think people do rejecting the screen conveniently now. It's not like it's used or utilized correctly now. I think people just automatically reject the screen, or even, like I said, call screens over when they already have the mismatch, right? Reading things wrong. But one thing I noticed a lot of from recent play and even college ball, and this, like I said, it's that time of the year, everything's on. So I've just noticed that people drive and dribble into trouble when you're supposed to dribble away from trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like dribbling into trouble when you're supposed to dribble out of trouble. What I mean by that is if you see 2 people, 3 people, maybe it might not be a good idea to dribble the ball there. So, right? Don't dribble into trouble, right? But if there's 2 people by you or 2 people coming at you, dribble out of trouble. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you got a guy that's guarding you, face guarding you, and you got a guy that's coming over, dribble out of trouble, right? So in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not dribbling towards the 2 people that are there. You know what I'm saying? And I say that too because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to recognize your mismatches and rock with those mismatches. Figure them out. You got to figure out the mismatches. That'll help. That'll help. But I really just see a lot of people just dribble into chaos, dribble into commotion, and I dribble into chaos, sometimes too. But a lot of times, when most of the time I'm dribbling into chaos, I'm dribbling to draw the defense, just to see if they move. If they don't move, I'll go all the way to the basket. If they do move, then I get a kick out to somebody that's open. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of times why I'm driving into traffic. But when we got what's going on now is a lot of people and a lot of kids just driving into traffic. Whatever's there is there. They'll figure it out when they get there, which is okay. Because a lot of kids are creative enough to handle that and do that. But I think it gets us in more trouble than it does someone having a solution or making a good enough play out of that. So, but yeah, I mean that's that's pretty much my take on the weekend for the high school kids. At the breakdown, some of the college stuff I seen too. Like, and that's what really worries me when I see it at the college level like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's kind of a lead way into what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you change that? Right? How do you change that? I think one of the things um, I have mentioned to you guys before is the creation of, or not the creation, the um, the revival of my mother's idea, athletes in crisis, and she had the power. She had the power. She had that third eye, man. She had that power, man. So she knew what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? She knew the world was gonna need something like this. Just dealing with young people, um, dealing with student athletes, um, just dealing with the whole connection between uh, coach, player, and parents. You know, because I think what's causing me to do this is that just kind of noticing people with teams crossing over and losing players. People moving, transferring teams, and programs losing players. Um, I mean, just a conversation about that because it's in a state of emergency. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the beginnings of this whole NIL stuff, and once that starts cracking in, um, you know, and you're going to get a lot of um, strays. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a lot of people, a lot of young people that don't want to stay committed. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, but they're gonna have a lot more reasons to use. You know what I'm saying? That they don't want to be committed. And how do you stop that? Right? How do you stop that? How do you keep your retention level? Um, and my thing about it, this is my thing. Like when it comes to retention, how do you lose the good ones, man? Like that's you know what I'm saying? That's not me, man. I don't do that, man. I don't do that, man. I don't lose the good ones, man. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have conversations like we got problems, we need to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I've done that. You know what I'm saying? I've solved problems. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's why athletes in crisis is a new beginning. Um, Born in today's society right now with what's going on, and just what I see, um, and I think it has to be people have to put their big boy pants and panties on and start accepting, especially when you go into roles as coaches, you got to start accepting your responsibility. You got to start accepting your accountability. And I know it's hard for some people because they didn't get into it for that. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I do. I get that. And I do. I totally understand that. But when you want to have good basketball on the court, there's only one way to get it. There's only one way to get football on the field. There's only one way to get good soccer out there on the field. It's only one way. It's only one way. And that's with discipline. That's with discipline. And it's got and discipline's not easy. Name a trainer, a personal trainer that sits there and says, "Hey, nah, you know what? We're gonna take that off." You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't. And you be thinking they do. He was like, man, they might go give it. They don't. Trainers don't. So why do we respect that field? Right? Why do we respect that field for someone that can push you as hard as you can beyond the levels that you think you can even go? But we accept that. But when a coach does it, but when a coach says it, when a coach is asking of it, it's a problem. I tell people about this story all the time, man. I tell them about Tom Izzo. You know what I'm saying? Tell my mom. You know what I mean? And I had to call my mom. I had to calm her down, man. Right? But he told her. You know what I'm saying? Like I have more control over your son than you do right now at this moment. He's a young man. He's at school right now. He's not living with you. He's here. He's like, this is my team, and you have to understand that, man. And that's why it's so crazy because I hear these conversations. I've recorded these moments on another realm, having listening to people talk. And that's what I came back and try to talk to the kids about so they can get ready for that type of talk because that's what they're going to demand from you at that next level, if that's where you want to go. If you want to go that way. You know, parents have to be susceptible to opening up to coaches being tough like that, because these kids spend most of their uh, uh, um, emotions, most of their. I mean, you think about a practice, how many emotions go on in a practice for young men. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they get heart broke with the girls, heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? But think about this: missing a shot and everybody talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? Making a bad pass, everybody talking about your ass. You know what I'm saying? Coach making everybody run because they didn't hit enough layups, right? Right? When you think about that, that's what you have to understand as parents. It's tough out there. They got to be able to be criticized at this level, because next level, that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to be. And they'll get passed over by that time. You know what I'm saying? At least now, you know what I'm saying, you still got a little voice, right? So take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? And roll with it. You know what I mean? And the reason why I come at parents like I do is because I've been through it. I'm a blueprint for, you know what I'm saying, how it is to not see uh, the same rewards that your child had under you coaching them for 8 years, for 7 years, my bad, 7 years. And all of a sudden you hand them to somebody else, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's cool, you know what I mean? But I know, you know what I'm saying, from a parent's perspective, right? So I know, because I know how to do it. I know how to make all my players better. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody know how to make all my players, all they players better. From the first person to the last person, they got better. And they stayed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they stayed. And they hated it every day. They hate this dude get on my nerves. And they hate, and then I gotta show up. They showed up every day. You know what I'm saying? We don't lose players around here. We don't lose players around here. Not people that, you know what I'm saying? I'm a different dude, bro. Like, that's just me. I don't lose people part of my community, bro. I don't lose people that poured in it from the community, bro, because that's what fuels the community, bro. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't lose people. I don't lose good quality players. I don't do it. It's not what I do. And the number one reason why is because I'm there for the kids. I'm there for the kids, man. Like, for I'm there. And I get it, because a lot of people can't be. But then my thing, and this, I came at the parents, I come at the coach, I come at everybody. You can talk right here on Thailand TV, but you gotta be there. You gotta be there, dude. Like, I've seen it, like, I understand it and I hear it, but I'll be like, yo, like, at this breakdown, I've already seen some coaches checking out how their players is doing. If the players is there, coaches should be there. Hey, let me see how y'all here doing. What are you doing? Pop up. I've seen some schools. Represent. I've seen some schools represent. You know what I'm saying? And coming there full staff. You know what I mean? Everybody up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? But let me, like, I know who you is. You know what I'm saying? We good. You know what I'm saying? My peoples, but you gotta be there, man. You gotta be there, dude. And it's difficult because it's like, and I understand people have life things going on, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man too. I understand that. But then you have to be honest and accountable to yourself and say, since I can't pour myself 100% in for these kids, I can't do this. Because kids see through bullshit. Kids are the last form of purity, bro. That's the last form of purity. That's the last form of purity. Purity is light. Light, you don't think light see through dark? All us motherfucker, grown motherfucker, we tainted by everything we went through in life. We blaming everything else. Like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got to do this. Well, then don't involve it then. Step back. Allow somebody else to take over that. To help the program that's in it for the kids. People say that all the time. I talk about this all the time, man, when I have my situations with the association, battling the association. And this ain't to put down departments. What this is just to put a light to what's going on and how we need to get better. That's what I do. I try to improve things and make things better. We ain't gonna mask anything, because if you mask it, if you put tape over it or a band-aid over it, what happens? Everybody knows. Duct tape, maybe duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything. We know that. But realistically, like, right, you ain't fixing it. You're just masking it over, and it'll come back to the light. You know what I'm saying? It'll come back to the light on God, man. That's on God, man. You know? So we gotta be there for these kids, man. You gotta be there for these kids, man. We can't sit up there and be people that sit up there and tell kids you gotta put your all into this, and then next day you ain't there. Nigga on the God, nigga on folk them, nigga. You know what I'm saying? On DS, boy. You know what I'm saying? For real. This is real talk. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm T-Bob. Hey, man, everything, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The true words I just said. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be there for these kids. You know what I'm talking about. Stop talking about you in it for the kids and you ain't there for the kids, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Positive always repel negative. Always. Why you think you repel off of me? Positive always repel negative. You know what I'm saying? If I'm speaking positive, point out. Matter of fact, I heard one time it was a video of me, right? Coached by kids, right? And I was like, let me get it. I want to see it. Because I want to hear the words that I'll be saying to these kids. I want to hear it. I want to be able to put it on poster and play it. I want to hear what I'll be saying. Because I know how I spit. You watch my shows, man. I'm a cocky motherfucker, man. I got a lot of confidence. But that's part of the things that I try to teach kids how to have. Every one of them needs to have that because every one of them has a power within them. If there's people that are pushing them down, they ain't gonna never be able to be like, man, I gotta find my power. But when somebody's like, man, you the it, nah, you could be it. Nah, just do this a little bit, but you could be it. And somebody every day telling you that, man. Every day. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't show up, fellas, they be like, man, please. And then they can get mad at the people that are there every day. Like, yo, yeah, it's y'all. No, you ain't there. Like, and this is what I crack up about. The purity of kids, right? Think about when you were a kid. That's what's wrong with it. Watch a lot of movies, man. Watch sci-fi movies, man. They tell you a lot of shit. Somebody came back in time so they could tell us. Think about when you was a kid, man. Think about that. People have lost that. When you get older and you start getting tainted, you don't remember that. You don't remember how. Have a conversation with somebody. You don't know how to have a normal, pure conversation to where you're actually listening to what they're saying and actually naive to what the fuck they're saying, like it's actually true. You're spiteful. You're thinking, hold up. How this you matter of fact, you think you on reserve, like, wait a minute, what is you see what I'm saying? Because things have tainted. You don't even remember. Most of us adults don't even remember what these young people are going through. They don't remember that they really believe in what we say. And then when we don't do it, they're like, what the hell? Maybe that's the problem with some of y'all programs. Maybe that's the problem. The problem with disconnect, and it's very easy because I can give you a blueprint on how to connect with kids. I ain't got no problem connecting with kids. They my dogs. They my dogs. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to sick them on people, I sick them on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I roll with the kids, boy. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take over the world. Y'all better stop playing with these kids, man. They can take over the world. I'm with them. Hey, I'm with y'all, man. OGT. Yeah, you good. Hey, go ahead. Do your thing, player. Go get them. But that's how we have to be for them because that's really what it is. And because we think about it, if you remember, that's how you was. Gassed up all the time. What they say, gassed up, turned up all the time. That's what we was, right? We was. So if they all that now, we got to give them all that. We got to give them all that. We got to be there 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing, like I tell people, parents too, remember these years. You crave discipline. Because I tell people all the time, when you're a kid, you want to be perfect and you want to be the best. Those are the only two things in your motherfucking mind. You want to be perfect. That's why you don't want to mess up because you don't want nobody to point out you messed up. And you want to be the best because you feel like you could be the best. That's what you want. So you know you have to learn it from someone. Somebody has to teach you or point you in the right direction. You want that. You crave it. So if somebody's there for you every day telling you, go that, no, go that way. No, go that way. You're going to want to listen to it. And because of being naive, kids naturally do that. That's why you can tell what goes on, what kind of conversations they have in their home. Because if we get back to this conversation thing we talked about a minute ago, if you're rejecting what I'm saying, you already not liking me. You ain't liking what I'm saying. No matter what I say or how I say it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where on the core, parents, coaches, and kids all have to be there. All have to be there for the kids. For the kids. Because if you say it's for the kids, you do it for the kids. No motherfucking, none of that shit where you motherfucking, none of that, was that, was it taking it out on the kid when you're mad at the parent? What is it called? It's a phrase. I forgot the phrase. I remember somebody told me. Anyway, but you gotta be there. You gotta be there for these kids. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Take it from the guy. Take it from the one that coaches kids the best. Oh, the guy. You know what I mean? For real. I'm just saying. I talk crazy to him, but hey, the world's gonna talk more crazy to them when they get out there. So, and I think that it's a big thing for me personally is that working on the cons. I think that's one of the things that's so difficult about my mentality about how I do things. And that's why my coaching style is way better than most people's coaching style because I coach the cons. I don't. I feel like this, right? I put a post about this. So you go shoot. You've been shooting the ball since you were a little kid. Every day. You've been shooting the motherfucking ball. You've been shooting. What haven't you been doing every day? Probably rebounding. I mean, yeah, you don't say you've been rebounding your own ball, but I mean, for real, think about it. How many people try to have somebody rebound the ball for them? So you cut that out. You cut out rebounding. Now you just actually just shooting. Then you go to your trainer, they rebound for you. So you're really just actually just shooting. That's all you're doing all day long. Just shooting, just shooting. So what I do is I look at a player and I say, okay, what can he do? What's his cons is? I did this one time. I told y'all about this. I made a player breakdown. You know what I'm saying? On my kids. I talked about everything that they do that was good. I talked about everything they did that was bad. I talked about ways if they can improve that. I talked about key points of interest. And you know, it was good. It was good because it was a way for us to see and have something to take a look at. Because I think I was telling people earlier, you know, with the different eyes, right? This is where the different eyes come into effect, right? You got different eyes seeing different things, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of parents' eyes see the baby do good, right? Kid can shoot 3 shots in a row, miss. Bad shots, less than everything, right? And all of a sudden they make one shot. Yeah, that's my baby. That's my motherfucking baby. Yeah, that's my pal. You know what I mean? Right? But that's parent eyes. That's what I call those parent eyes. But that's the thing is that we can't have those when we're coaches. We gotta be able to see those cons. We gotta be able to see what are the things that you guys need to work on. What will make, because that's what's gonna make you a better player. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the dark area is, man. The dark area is where the problems is, right? You got to go into that dark area. That's where the cons is. You know what I'm saying? And you fix those things, you become a better player. And you got to listen to people that are going to tell you those cons because a lot of people don't want those cons, man. They want to reject them. Like I said, the dark area is where the problem is. Nobody wants to go in the dark area. Don't go in the dark area. No. That's where we're going to make you. We're going to make you a better player in the dark area. We're not going to make you a better player out here when you're doing the same thing you've been doing for years. Because as you can see, nobody cares, right? But what they do care is, what else can you do? What else can you do, right? I'm being for real. That dark area is where you find your gems, man. You find your real you. You find your completeness. And as of right now, I think one of those weaknesses in our state is defense. Good Lord Jesus. Woo! Defense, man. Defense. I don't know what's going on today, which is cool though. Which is cool. Nobody cares about it. But the problem is that everybody that wants to score, you kind of stop the other team from scoring. Kind of sucks, don't it? So you got all the scoring that you want to do, you feel you're doing, but you got to stop the other motherfuckers score too. Because if you score, they come down and score. You come down and miss, they go down and score. You come down and miss, they go down and score. That's a bad game. I'm just throwing it out there. I may be wrong. My basketball IQ may be lower than somebody else, but I may be wrong. But you got to stop somebody, bro. And if you ain't got people on the floor that can stop people from scoring, man, it's a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game. You'll get your highlights. That's really it. But you won't get no dubs. I think that's more important than the dubs. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, right? It's a double-edged sword because I believe in cockiness. I believe in confidence on the court. I believe that there's an arrogance and a cockiness you got to have to be those elite. I mean, Ant, Steph, all them, LeBron, right? They do, right? They arrogant as hell sometimes, right? So you got to have that. And I think one of the ways of getting that is to be aggressive. That's one of the things I was teaching my kids last year. As I was explaining to them that aggressiveness begets confidence, right? So a lot of people, parents, probably a lot of people think that automatically you just get confident and then you become aggressive. And I don't think that that's work. I don't think it works that way. You just because people don't automatically, you're not just automatically confident, right? Everyone is kind of shy and timid a little bit. Everyone. I mean, at the start, what changes that is the aggressiveness. And aggressiveness just means just the willingness to say, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to that level, you can become confident because once you say that I'm going to try it, that's an aggressive behavior. You got assertive behavior. You got to be willing to try it. And then once you do it, that's when the confidence kicks in because now you know you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So aggressiveness, just do it. Just try it. You know what I'm saying? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, now you know it doesn't work. So you could try something else. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have that aggressiveness first, young people. It's very important. It's very important to just say, you know what, forget this, forget that. I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to go and make it happen. It adds to urgency. One of the key words I speak about all the time in my shows, especially when I talk about sports, urgency. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to understand what it means to turn it on, you know, in clutch times and make sure you're doing whatever you can to seal the win for your team. Because it's all about becoming a complete player. You know, I think that's one of the things you want to do at a young age, especially nowadays. I think that you want to be more of a player who's well-rounded, who can do multiple things, and you know, really showcase an ability to be wherever a coach needs you to be at. Nothing beats being able to go to one of your players and ask them to go in and do this, and you just go in there and just do it, you know, and make it happen. Because with all, I think about it like this, right? Think about numbers, right? I'm gonna give you a little bit of heads up, man. I put up a post the other day, a meme with me and my son. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the whole standing at the doorway of the defensive colleges, and then all these the whole line full of people standing at the door for offensive college. The reason why I posted that as humor was to kind of make a point, though. Like that's for real. Like how many kids are vying for shooting positions on a team? Think about that. Think about how many kids are vying for a shooting position on your high school team. Think about how many people are shooting are vying for a shooting position in your city. Think about in your county. You know what I'm saying? In your state, neighboring states, right? And then when you get up to the next level, Canada, international. How many spots are there? And there's that many spots, and there's that many people going for those spots. What do you think coaches are looking for? Take a look at the rosters of college games that we're watching. Just pull them up. I mean, this is the season. Like I said, it's that season, man. It's the season to watch some sports right now. So go ahead and crack off an NBA game. Go ahead and crack off a college game and watch and see what's out there. You're competing for one of those spots, right? How many people play good defense? How many people get rebound? How many people get high numbers of assists? Man, that's what they need out there. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a fad right now. But I think that coaches are looking for I mean, they're looking for a lot of different things, man. I remember. So it's kind of in regards to recruiting in colleges and whatever. It's kind of scary, but if you think about it, one time about how American sports is, right? How this is why I be trying to give my kids, man, mainstream knowledge, something they can use across boards and just in life in general. Is because you think about, like, I think about international players, and I was thinking about Ricky Rubio, and when he got drafted to the NBA, and he was like, no, they drafted him to the NBA, and he was like, no. And he was like, "Yo," "I would go back. I would go back over to Spain and go play with my team. I've been playing with since I was 14. I've been playing. He was playing with the professional team in Barcelona since he was 14. Or yeah, we was Barcelona. Yeah. Because then my brother came there. Because my brother came on that team, and Rubio wasn't even Ricky. Ricky was a 6-man, bro. Ricky was a 6-man off the bench. My brother was the guy. My brother was the go-to. He was the Kobe. He was Spade Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He got the crown for the motherfucking Don and everything. Straight up. Ricky said, I ain't going to America right now. I'm gonna go over here and make some more money, and then I'll come back over there. I think he was getting paid. Was he getting paid? I don't know, man. I have to look into that contract because maybe having contract deals, man. But I ain't seen all of them yet. But no, he was like the 5th option on his team, six man, bro. Allen came over there, man, was killing that year. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ricky, give me the ball, man. Ricky, it was a boy, man. Ricky kicked, man. Ricky kicking downtown, man. Walk down the street, man. I was Ricky, you know what I'm saying? And it showed that how ill it is, right? Because he came back over to the United States and was killing. He was 5th option in Spain. He came over here, was killing. This is stuff I be seeing, bro. I get what y'all saying, man. I get what y'all saying. I'm just showing you the tides, man. The tide is coming in, bro. The tide is coming in, bro. You seen these numbers that these guys have been putting up in the NBA? You seen these numbers? Canadian, Yugoslavian. Wait. We're looking for. Man, I ain't trying to get all in that right now. You already know, man. Joker, come on, man. I'm trying to get y'all heads up, brother. I'm trying to spit game to your ear, man. You know what I'm saying about how to get these guys, because we have a harvest right now. They're harvesting Minnesota kids right now. They're bringing us up out of here, man. It's going to be a chance for a lot of kids to take a step in the direction for their family, their family wealth, man. All I'm trying to do is get them enough game, man, so they can go get it, man. Just give them enough games so they can go get a little piece of it, man. However much they can get, man. But that Ricky Rubio shit killed me, man. He got drafted, told the motherfuckers, "Nah, I'm good." went back overseas for 3 years. And then my brother joined his team. He was a 5th option. And then came back over to Minnesota, was killing. Was like assist leader. You know what I'm saying? I know, people gotta understand. Killing, I didn't mean he was dropping like 50 a game, but he was dropping like 20 dimes a game, 20 assists. 20 assists is 100%. That's 40 points. Shit. Came over here killing. But that's the thing, and I think that a lot of people don't at the young ages, they don't know the difference. Right? They don't know the difference between someone that's a good player because they work hard and someone that has been given everything. You know, because it all pans out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how many projects that they paid money for that never panned out? A lot of them, man. You know, big shout out to my boy Greg Oden, LeBron daddy. Saying he working, he on the coaching staff at I forgot, he on the coaching staff, on the college coaching staff, but he, you know what I'm saying, he was shit, man. He was like he was the dude, like, and that's the thing, man. You know, those parent eyes, man. All you see is the great. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at, okay, these are the things that you need to work on, and it hinders these young people, man, because they don't ever realize they run up, especially they run up into a guy like me that says, hey man, look, I see you doing good at that, but maybe you ought to try working on this. Like, I ain't got to work on this. This has been working for me. Okay. It has. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's me. I'm an all right type motherfucker real quick. I'll say a suggestion to a motherfucker, and motherfucker don't tell me, all right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Then they go and they suggest it, and boom, blows up. All right. I told your ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I love. But that's the thing. And them the ones I love. I love them moments, man. I live for them moments, man. Because I know. Because look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know what my kid do. Right? You know what I'm saying? I know what my kid do. I know what he do. You know what I'm saying? Like just off talent. Just off talent alone. Just off talent alone. You know, just talent alone. Everybody can try to take credit for it if they want to, which they're not going to. That's why I think they hated my son so much, because they can't. Can't run on this one. You can't run on this one. You can't use this one. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything successfully happens with this one, there ain't gonna be no, I'm sitting right next to him at the I was the one that did. Ain't none of that shit. It's daddy right there, player. That's why they hate people like Sanders, Dion, and LeVar, and what's his name? Serena and Venus's dad. That's why they hate on men like that, man. That's why they came at them guys like that, because they like, nah, we want to get at your people. We want to destroy your people the way we want to. We want to raise them up so we can destroy them. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't roll with mines, nigga, you lose. That's what killed me too. Like, I proved that. You don't roll with mine, you lose. That's all. And people hate it all they want to. But if you don't roll with mine, you lose. That's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? I talk crazy. I get it. Like I said, that confidence and that arrogance and that cockiness. You got to have that in this world today, because people will dim your shine. They will dim your shine because they shine and as shiny as yours. So in order for them to feel better about their shine, they got to make you dim yours. Don't let these motherfuckers dim your shit. You know what I'm saying? Pop your shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this Thailand TV, man. Everybody gets shots around here. You know what I'm saying? And Athletes in Crisis is going to be the company that helps gets these kids back. You know what I'm saying? From where y'all finna take them. On God. Because I do this for the kids, man. That's why I show up every day for the kids, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? No, but for real though, look. I know a little bit about college recruiting. I know a little bit about it. I remember when Tom Izzo, um, um, Roy Williams, Jim Calhoun's assistant, I forgot who it was, the assistant came, but they came to our apartment, man, on 62nd and Nicollet, bro. They drove their cars right up in that little apartment where it was like 800 cars. You couldn't find a park. I found ran outside and got a parking space for them, man. I had to park the car for them, man. Ordered some Famous Days, like 2000, and they brought Famous Days too, boy. We thought, boy, we moving on up. You know what I'm saying? They brought some Famous Days, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was the dopest shit. They knew how to play into whoever they needed to play into. They knew how to play into my mom because Tom Izzo brought Cap and Gown. I told y'all before, Roy Williams, because he was at Kansas at the time. He brought a newspaper that said Allen. They had made a headline that says Allen Anderson comes to Anderson Fieldhouse. Allen Field, because their arena is called Allen Fieldhouse. So it's like Allen Anderson comes home to Allen Fieldhouse, and they had it on a paper. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know what this recruiting stuff is like, boy. It wasn't for me. But I was sitting right next to my bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with him all the way, man. I'm helping him getting this, man. We're getting this money, dog. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get this money, dog. Right? So one of the things, like I was trying to say, was one of the things that they pulled up, Tom especially, he pulled up a depth chart. He pulled up a depth chart and he said, okay, so this is where these are all the positions that we have filled right now. Okay, this is where they're going to be at most likely next year. This is guy right here probably going to go to the draft. This guy's probably going to be with me for 1 or 2 more years. This guy's going to be there. I got this guy coming in next year. I got this guy coming in next year. This is where you would be at. You know what I'm saying? Like you three would be basically, looking for you guys to come on your sophomore year and start contributing. Real shit. Broke it down, real shit, right? And you playing behind Jason Richardson. You know what I'm saying? You playing behind Mo Peterson. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Zach Randolph up in there thing. Like, I bet I'll chill with them dudes. So all of a sudden, they take off, go draft. Some dudes had to play, man. Had to play minutes right away. But that's sometimes that fortunately enough worked for them. You know what I'm saying? Like put them in a situation, but most of the time you got to realize where your depth chart is at. Where are you at? What when you go here, what are you going to be getting? Right? I tell people this when it comes to recruiting, make sure you're figuring out what you're going there for. And I think like with my son, I know the reason. One of the main reasons why he went there, and plus just having them have a conversation, about um, what they're going to be able to provide your kid after. Some dope shit. Some dope shit. And plus when you go there and you see the wall of fame with all the players that have went on to the next level too, so it still gives you that opportunity to say, hey man, it's a possibility. I don't have to let go of that possibility right now. You know what I mean? So that's some dope shit and a dope place to put in. And I've been there and I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I've witnessed it and I've been in these conversations. And that's why I try to sit down and have conversations with kids and figure out where they're at and try to talk to them on that same level because it's a dogfight out there. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get their mindset prepared for that when it comes to recruiting, college recruiting. You don't have to go everywhere. I seen a homie, Bill said, you know what I'm saying, a good point. JUCO, I mean, any JUCO is a dope, some because they be balling, man. I know some JUCO balling. I'm talking about banging. You know what I'm saying? 90, 80 points a game, 100 something points, balling, right? And it's a tough road, but it's still playing basketball at another level. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because it speaks that a lot of people have come from there and gone on to next levels. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's roads have been started there. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to realize that is an option for you as a young man. And you got to realize that it's not all about just going one direction. My brother didn't take that one direction. My brother had to go overseas after first 2 years in the league, then went overseas, then came back and finished it off with 8 more years. So, but he had to go overseas, man. You know what I'm saying? So every road ain't always the same. You know what I'm saying? But take the road that you got and take as much money as you can at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You play basketball for money, man. Come on, man. If you get an opportunity to go to the next level, first of all, that's my whole goal. My whole goal is to try to get kids to the next level for a free education. That is it. That is it. If I can get somebody looking at you to want to give you a couple of dollars to go to school, blessings, young man. You know what I'm saying? To make your life a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of Minnesota kids that are on that level, man. We got a lot of Minnesota kids. I was talking about that earlier. My 2026 boys, man. A lot of people that are committing, starting to commit, are starting to come through. They'll still be rolling through. But it's a big time for what I'm saying, these young men that are seniors right now. You guys got a lot to live up to. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people in the league that come from this state making big man. Like I just told y'all earlier, man, some colleges, some girls, man. I'm like, Minnesota people cracking off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now, and I'm just trying to be a part of what will help these kids get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because that mindset is most of the game. You know what I mean? We keep putting bad basketball out there. A lot of kids won't have the opportunities that they should be getting. You know what I'm saying? And that's me. You know what I'm saying? You want to holler at me? You know what I mean? You want to holler at me? Athletes in crisis. Athletes in crisis, man. I'm building my program. and we'll be here. We'll be dedicated to helping young people get the best out of their lives as far as being a student athlete, learning about the ins and outs of the lifestyle that it takes to live to be a good student athlete, and we're going to try to help you get the best opportunities you can to make it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get there, but you got to be able to like, and parents. That's why I started with that. The parents got to be the ones to buy in, because sometimes that road may not be the road that they thinking. You know what I'm saying? It may be a different road, but it's still a road. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember that, man. Because we didn't have that. I didn't have that. People we were growing up with, man, we didn't have that. We didn't have that person that there every day. Shit, we didn't have people that were there every day. You know what I'm saying? Fathers weren't there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just kids from the hood, man, that the see where the fixing needs to be done at, man. You know, and hopefully people understand this, man, because there's a lot of guys out here, man, that come from two family homes that don't understand that mindset. Being hungry. It's not easy to teach being hungry when you come from that type of environment, man. Unless you got some dogs in the house, some uncles or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very difficult, man. And those are more anomalies than they are. But I mean, we're making a comeback, though. Making a comeback because, like I said, I see some beautiful, you know what I'm saying, family structures going on, man, in the world today, man. And I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Especially at this young level too, this high school level, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it because it's like I tell people all the time, man. These, you think about this, right? I think I'm 48. So I think about one of these kids right now that's like 16, 17, 18 at the school that I coach at, 16, 17, 18. 20 years from now, what? They're going to be about 37, 38, 36, 37, 38. That's a doctor. that's, that's a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I'm probably going to be, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I want them motherfuckers to be primed up. I want them to go to school, much schools they can't get. They get it for free. Oh God, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to take care of my stuff, man. I need my 401k. I need my 401k. You better go to school, learn what that shit is. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Hey, but we could do it, man. I feel like um we're still in that mode of being a mecca right now. I think a lot of eyes are on Minnesota. As you know, a lot of people, Master P was living here. I think Cisco lives here. Shiprin's from here, and you know, we have we got a beautiful structure when it comes to making money. So the opportunities are there. And with our young people, man, let's give them a better opportunity by teaching them good basketball, good football, good sports all around. Um, we can run from it and blame somebody else because we ran from it, but overall, you ran from it, right? Um, but I just don't think we need to pull the plug on the way we discipline our players. I don't think we need to pull the plug right now. We don't need to back up. I think parents are coming. I think parents are starting to see, because parents have to see. Like I told you, I'm not an eye person, right? So parents got to see. Parents got to see. You know what I mean? Like they think that they right. Sometimes you got to let them have it. Put it out there and let it be the way they say. See if it works. If it doesn't work, then you can look back at them and say, "All right." You know what I'm saying? See, I told you. You know what I mean? You're wrong with the big dog. You know, with the and that's sort of God, man. But for real though, look, man, listen to me, man. Blessings to everybody, man. Shots get fired on Thailand TV all the time. Please don't take it personal, but please take heed. If you listen to what I'm saying, then blessings. But if you don't, please pass some of this information on to other people, please, because um, it's only to make good people that want to be in good relationships with good people, man. Let's keep this shit popping, man. Thank y'all for joining me on Monday's edition of Sports Talk. Just a little intro. I just want to get it populating, you know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit seriously. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this. I'm gonna be just dropping a lot of jewels. More so maybe once the season start get going. I'll do a little bit more of team breakdowns, talk about games in particular, any particular games. And we're gonna talk about Wemby. We're gonna talk about Wemby. So please check in because I'm gonna tell you about Wemby, bro. That's dude the iller dude. But Shea too. Hey, Shea killing. He's starting off where he left off last year. Shea, get flowers what they do. Get flowers what they do. Shea gets you a cold motherfucker. You a bad. There go that man. There go that man. Look a bad man. But blessings to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. Thank y'all for watching my show. If you watch the whole thing, because I know I can be long winded, but I only do one show a week. Hopefully it'll change when I do my Thursday. We'll see you Thursday. I gotta get my material together. All right. Thank y'all, man. For real. Love, man. I'm out. Peace.